Hi, this is Jim, aka the East Coast Hillbilly, and today I thought I might talk a little bit about optics. Specifically today I'm talking about binoculars. I knew very little about binoculars, and I've bought several pairs and was unhappy. So I decided to maybe stop spending money and start researching a little bit as to what makes a good binocular, what would I like in a binocular for hunting or different situations. And I'm going to share some of my experience with you. This is my Bushnell Sportsman. Very inexpensive binocular, but it is the one I use most often out of probably 5 pairs that I have purchased and since sold. Why I like these? First of all, I prefer the binoculars that have the single tube. I can't remember the exact name for that dynamic. However, the other binoculars that you've seen probably more common are the ones that come down. They have a little shift out and things like that. There's pros and cons to everything, but I like these because they're easy to work with. They don't get hung up in your jacket if you're trying to keep them in your jacket. They don't fetch up, like they're nice and smooth. Some other things you're going to want to know about binoculars is the fact that you'll probably purchase the first set way too large for hunting, too powerful. The second thing is you're going to purchase cheap, and they're going to be a problem. And then you're going to purchase the ones that you like. These ones here, they're a 10 by 42, and what those numbers mean, I don't know if you can see that right there, 10 by 42. The number 10 is the amount of magnification, so it is 10 times larger or 10 times closer to you than at the naked sight. So this will magnify things by 10. The number 42 is referring, in essence to this end of the lens. Probably more specifically the size of that glass. It's the amount of field of view that you'll have. But more importantly, for those that use it for hunting in low light conditions, the higher that second number, the more light it will let in. So that number needs to be, I would think, at least 42. That's from my experience. 40 is about as low as I would want to go for hunting. If you go with a higher number, so 10 by 60 say, you're going to sacrifice weight, and they get heavy pretty quick. There's a lot of glass on the end of these things. So I have settled on the 10 by 42, and that is perhaps what I'm most happy with. These Bushnell Sportsman, not very expensive, probably not the best quality in the world, but I am sure happy with the money I spent. Some other things you're going to want to know about binoculars. It's very good to have the eye relief. I know that might not seem like a big deal, but when you're able to adjust your eye relief, that's this little part here, can go up or down. If you wear glasses, you're going to need that for sure. You get those little black tunnels. That has to do in part with your eye relief, but also how far apart your pupils are. You can adjust that by your expanding and restricting the amount of distance between the centers of your eyepieces. So something else you're going to want to know about the binoculars is your individual optic right here, and that is to make fine adjustments. That's good for people that have one eye that's stronger than the other, which is perhaps most people, but that's what that little dial is for. So what you do is you put your binoculars up and you focus through one eye, and you bring your object into focus. You want it to be, a significant distance away, 75, 100 yards, and you're going to focus on just this one eye. Keep this eye closed, and you're just going to focus. And there, everything's perfect. And then you're going to shut this eye and look through this eye. And you're going to notice that it will be out of focus. And that's when you adjust this one to fine tune it. So now both pieces of glass are adjusted to each eye, so everything's in focus. So that's really good. This one doesn't have it, but I really like it. On another set that I'm going to show you, is it locks into place. This one doesn't. So, when you bump it or things of that nature, you can move that and bring it out of focus. So you have to tune it time and again. Came with this neck strap. That is a complete piece of junk, and if you wear these glasses for more than 15-20 minutes, you're going to get a headache. That just cuts into the back of your neck over time, and it's a real hassle. So I put it on the outside of my collar, so at least my collar can absorb some of the weight of the glass. I bought these 3 years ago, and these are my go-to binoculars now. I like them a lot. So if you have any questions, by all means leave a question in the question box there. I'll get back to you on that. By all means subscribe. I'm going to do as many reviews as I can, and if you have anything you'd like reviewed, and if I have it in my repertoire, I will by all means do that for you. So thanks for tuning in. Again, this is Jim, aka the East Coast Hillbilly. Make sure to subscribe.